And let the sound of this next chime take you to the deepest place within you. Namaste, friends. It is my absolute honor to introduce our guest speaker and musician today, Karie Hillery. She is, yes. Karie, this is not her first time here, so she has a loving fan club here for sure. But in case it is your first time, I would like to tell you a little bit about Karie. She is an international recording artist, and she's a familiar voice in the spiritual, women's empowerment, and environmental activism communities. She's shared her conscious pop music and message at over 260 spiritual centers and hosts monthly Gather the Women's Circles. Her Earth Day birthday seems the perfect precursor to her deep connection and love for Mother Earth, and her original music reflects this respect and devotion for the interconnectedness of all living things. Her lifelong goal is to use her gifts to co-create a world that works for everyone, no exceptions. Karie has 12 full production CDs of her original conscious pop music. Please sign up for her monthly e-newsletter at karie.com so you'll know what's happening in her world and get updates about her gigs and new music. And so I would like to ask you all to stand for our first two songs.
Get up, as we say. Wake up, get up. Okay, so I'm going to teach you one I did last time, but this one I don't think I did. So here's the words. Let's build a circle of love. Join in a circle of love. Lift our voice in unity in a circle of love, in a circle of love. So it's really simple, and I will call out the word love's going to change to joy and hope and peace. So just be ready, because I'll call it out if I remember. And it is early still. Let's build a circle of love. Join in a circle of love. Join in a circle of love. Lift our voice in unity. Lift our voice in unity in a circle, in a circle of love. In a circle of love. Let's build a circle of joy. Let's build a circle of joy. Join in a circle of joy. Lift our voice. Lift our voice in unity in a circle. In a circle of joy. In a circle of joy. Let's build a circle of hope. Let's build a circle of hope. Join in a circle of hope. Join in a circle of hope. Lift our voice. Lift our voice in unity. In a circle of hope. In a circle of hope. Let's build a circle of peace. Let's build a circle of peace. Join in. Join in a circle of peace. Lift our voice in unity in a circle. In a circle of peace. In a circle of peace. Let's build a circle of love. Let's build a circle of love. Join in. in unity, in a circle, in a circle of love. In a circle of love, lift our voice. Lift our voice in unity, in a circle of love. In a circle of love. All right, don't sit down. Gotta make sure the band's not drinking this morning. They do that sometimes. All right, this one we've done before. It's I let the love wash over me is basically the words. I let the love wash over me. 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 I let the truth 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 wash over me. I let the truth, oh, I let the truth wash over me. I let the truth wash over me. The grace, I let the grace wash over me. 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 I let the joy wash over me. I let the joy wash over me. I let the joy wash over. I can't hear you. I let the joy wash over. That's better. I let the joy wash over me. I let the joy wash over me. I let the joy wash over me.
Feet, please stand and give the namaste blessing to one another. And namaste to you love streamers out there. Namaste. And as you take your seats, please be sure to silence your cell phones or any other devices that you might have that are other than divine. All right, and so, namaste. I am Reverend Susan Jones, and I am the Assistant Minister of Awakening Ways Center for Spiritual Women. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I am holding the high watch for Reverend Elizabeth Rowley Hogue, who is our spiritual leader and who is leading a spiritual pilgrimage in Bali. And we have the proof of that. So this is Travis, Reverend Elizabeth, Diane, and Mama Jody, and this is when they are just about to leave or going to Borneo. So they were going to Borneo to see the orangutans. And there's Reverend Elizabeth ready to trek into the jungle. Look at those guys. Look at those babies. I know. Yes, God in form, and they really did get to see a lot of good stuff. And then they joined up with all of the other spiritual pilgrims in Bali, and that began yesterday. So there are 8 of our congregation members here, along with friends and family and others that from all over the place. So we are just sending them our love and prayers, knowing that everybody is happy and healthy and transforming their lives, right? So I'd like to read our vision to you. So our vision is that we envision a joyful, happy world. And our why, we exist to raise the vibe. It is my joy to welcome you to the Awakening Way Center for Spiritual Living, where all that we ask is that you remain open to the possibility of changing your entire life by changing your mind. This service has been designed especially for you. Welcome home. We've been waiting for you. We have an affirmation for today, and I invite you to please repeat after me. I practice compassion in all of my thoughts, in all of my words, and in all of my deeds. And so it is. And so I'm inviting Reverend Delon Richenberg up here, who is our practitioner for the day. And I want to just remind you that we are a spiritual community that absolutely knows the power of prayer. And so there are several ways that you can receive prayer from our soul support team. In your program, there's a salmon-colored sheet right here that you can fill out a prayer request. We also have a prayer request box over here. You can put your request in the box, or you can put it in the offering as it comes by. You can email us at info@awakeningways.org. You can meet with Delon after the service out in the lobby for a 1-minute miracle. He is a wonderful prayer warrior, so meet up with him. Let's see what else you could do. You could meet with a practitioner or a minister. Our information is in the program if you want to do like a session with us. And then also I want to let you know that our practitioner, Kristen Barnhart, is sitting right in the front here holding the high watch for us. So she is holding the energy of love and light and peace and beauty for this entire service. So we thank Kristen for that. So with that, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Susan. Well, good morning. So this year we're following in 365 Science of Mind. So today our reading is an excerpt. It's actually the last paragraph of that. So if you would, make yourself comfortable. I find that it helps me to close my eyes a little bit, but I have to read this. But the whole idea is to sit so that you can absorb this. You don't have to think about it too much. You don't have to process it too much. Just absorb these words. Today I exalt in this abundant life. I revel in the contemplation of the immeasurable future, the path of eternal progress, the everlastingness of my own being, the ongoingness of my soul, the daily renewed energy and action of that divinity within me, which has forever set the stamp of individualized being on my mind. There is one infinite life everywhere present, and we don't so much need to call it forth as we need to step into it and allow ourselves to recognize that we're already in spirit, always. And so I know that this morning is just filled with that joy and that beauty and that hope and that love that just washes over everything that happens this morning in this service. So I know that the message and the music just spark within each one of us something that allows us to open our eyes, to awaken to that divinity that we already are. And so I'm so grateful for that. I just give incredible thanks for this morning, for the message, for this wonderful, shiny day. And I let that be so, and so it is.
I guess I'm on again. It happens when I'm not paying attention. So this song has a really powerful affirmation, and it's basically, we could just do this song and then I could leave. Because we're talking about compassion, and that's, to me, compassion is something that starts with every single one of us in some small way. And it creates a ripple that we may never see where a ripple ends. We might see where that pebble goes in the water or where that first kind act happens, but we have no idea of the power and the reach of one small act of kindness. So you'll hear the chorus. As soon as you feel comfortable singing along with me, please do. And I'll call out the words. And at the end, there's an echo effect. So I'm going to point to the side that I want to sing the echo, if I remember. You know, it's Sunday. In this great ocean, we're each a drop, a wave filled with kindness that no one can stop. We will be one voice and follow our hearts. We'll take the first step, we'll be the start, 'cause we're a ripple of kindness, bringing our best. This is going to be your part. A ripple of kindness. This is our quest. We're a ripple of kindness. A ripple unfurled. A ripple of kindness, changing the world. So we will speak gently, choose our words with care. Between right and wrong, a place, we'll meet you there. And when you feel lonely, we'll be by your side. 'Cause you can be who you are, nothing to hide. Let's sing it together. We're a ripple of kindness, bringing our best, bringing our best. A ripple of kindness, ripple of kindness. This is our quest. This is our quest. We're a ripple of kindness, a ripple unfurled, ripple unfurled, a ripple of kindness, changing the world. Loving compassion lights up the dark. Each act of kindness creates a spark. And ripples spread outward in beautiful rings, like a wave lifting everyone's wings. 'Cause we're a ripple of kindness, bringing our best, a ripple of kindness. This is our quest, a ripple of kindness. Ripple unfurled, a ripple of kindness, changing the world. Okay, you can sing wherever you want. Ripple of kindness, bringing our best, a ripple of kindness. This is our quest, for a ripple of kindness, a ripple unfurled. Changing the world, a ripple of kindness, changing the world.
All right, let's give this lady some more love.
I think you should give yourselves a round.
We are so blessed to have you here today. And so I'm not sure if I mentioned, but our beautiful Karie Hillery is our speaker today. So again, Karie, thank you.
Oh, she's on again. Go ahead, clap. Clap while I organize my notes. Is it going to be weird if I give the talk from over here? Is that too weird? Okay. Because I like to... I think somewhere in my English background there might be some Italian. Because I can't talk that well without using my hands sometimes. So thank you for inviting me back. And I'm just so happy because I've been creating lots of new music, and it's just like whoever's helping with the talk titles in every church that I do, it's like everything that I'm writing, I'm getting the same download for what's going to be shared. So it makes me really happy. And I have a brand new CD. It's not even up on my website if anybody's interested. We did a very limited run. So if you want a hard copy, now is the time and place to get it. Because I don't know about you guys, but most people I know do not have CD players anymore. So I want to talk about sending ripples of kindness outward, inward, which is a really key component, and upward. So I want to explore the concept of us being spiritual beings in our little earth suits here. And each one of us is having a spiritual being human experience while we're here. And we're each given unique gifts and talents which we need to use to forge our individual paths to a deeper understanding and a deeper experience of connecting to each other, to source, to all living beings, and becoming one of the keys to doing this effectively is recognizing our oneness with all living beings. My birthday is actually really on Earth Day, April 22nd. And I came in with this kind of innate connection to the mother. I still am an ocean swimmer, and when I was home, I don't drive all the way to Santa Cruz. It's about a half hour, and I really don't like paying to park. So, because where I live when I'm down south, it's free parking, and I'm a member of a polar bear club, and I can lock my stuff safely away while I'm swimming for 30 minutes. But I'm sharing that because my experience in the water, I'm a horrible meditator. I cannot sit still. I was a Ritalin guinea pig back in the 50s and 60s. So when I'm in that water, that is a grounding, beautiful meditation, and it's a connecting to me with the allness. And there's a few other women that I swim with that I've talked about the experience of just laying back and having the mother hold you and breathing with the waves. And it's so connecting, and it's so beyond this world. So that's part of my process. And some people find it leaning up against a tree or hugging a tree. And I cannot encourage us humans, us spiritual beings in these earth suits, I can't encourage us enough to connect with nature because it reminds us of our oneness. And that is such a key component to how we show up. So why are we here? What talents, abilities, sensitivities can we develop and grow into that stretch us to be the best we're capable of being? And, a lot of us changed. My closest, now late closest best friend changed careers 5 times in her life, and every single career change was even more successful than the prior one. And so I think it's important for us to always be open to where else might our gifts be welcome, be needed, and how might we develop a part of ourselves that we know is there that we haven't really leaned into yet. So as we focus on the many spiritual practices and principles available to us as our tools to be these little lights out in the world, it's important for us to utilize what we're learning, because when we utilize kindness and compassion, it makes what we're doing so much more powerful, and it strengthens our faith. Anybody besides me had their faith shaken, especially lately for me? So faith can be so elusive. In fact, I wrote a song about 8 years ago called Faith, and it's all about where did mine go? Where did it go? How did I lose this knowing that everything's going to be okay? Because I was witnessing many people around me having that same challenge of just like gripping at straws, trying to find something. And it's like, whoa, our faith is always there. That innate being that we want to emulate is already right here. We just need to reach in. So there's a great power when we allow ourselves to trust and lean into that knowing, even though things look kind of yucky. So I have an affirmation I'd like to do together, and it is, I elevate my awareness through practicing the presence of God. You repeat? I elevate my awareness through practicing the presence of God. Let that sink in. I elevate my awareness through practicing the oneness and the presence of God. So how do we show up as a presence of God? Well, for as far back as I can remember, I always had this kind of compassionate streak. I always would try to come from a nice place. When somebody would be bullying somebody, I would be nice to the bully. And it was weird. I don't know where I got that kind of inner knowing. It didn't always work. Sometimes I got punched or abused as well. But sometimes just treating somebody who is acting out with kindness shifts the energy. I mean, it absolutely shifts the energy. It may or may not shift theirs, but you have done a seva in that moment, a service. So I don't always get it right. Oh my God, sometimes I get totally caught up in the drama and I go right down the rabbit hole with everybody. But when I get it right, it's so life-changing. Wendy Mass reminds us, be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Those are pretty powerful. It's really simple. It's a simple concept. Just be kind. Is it the Buddha that said, my religion is kindness? Yeah. So in this principle of compassion and kindness is the cornerstone of almost every spiritual path I've ever studied, from Christianity to Hinduism, Buddhism. It's in the Jewish teachings. It's in the Quran. In the Bible, compassion is described as a deeply felt empathy and pity for the suffering of others, moving one to suffer with them in an act to alleviate their distress. And this is a core attribute of God, compassion, core. So living on purpose, with purpose, can mean doing our very best to emulate these most beautiful qualities of our higher power. Jesus was full of compassion. I'm sure all of you can recall stories of Jesus taking care of those in the greatest need, and always showing up as unconditional love and understanding and acceptance. What wonderful attributes for us to all be working toward. In Buddhism, there's a word Karuna, and it's one of my favorite teachers, Thich Nhat Hanh. I guess you guys are working off his book. He defines compassion and compassionate love this way: understanding and helping remove suffering in others. Understanding and helping remove suffering in others. He writes, the second aspect of true love is Karuna, the intention and capacity to relieve and transform suffering and lighten sorrows. Karuna is usually translated as compassion, but that's not exactly correct. Compassion is composed of kom, which means together with, and passion, which means to suffer. Isn't that interesting? Together with and to suffer. But what he teaches is that we do not need to jump into the suffering of another person. When you think about it, doctors help us heal, but they don't have to get the disease. So am I the only one guilty of getting so wrapped up in somebody else's drama that it makes me sick too? Yeah, well, I'm trying to leave that Karie behind and just show up as somebody with a little more wisdom. I can't say I always get it right, but at least the red flags come up sooner for me, that I don't have to get fully into this person's drama, this situation, this suffering, this heartache, to be present for them and to help remove and relieve that suffering. So just as is explained in the Bible, compassion is many-faceted. To allow ourselves to have deeply felt empathy is certainly a tool for better understanding, and we don't have to go down with the ship. So, put on your oxygen mask and your life preserver first, then get on the ship. So I've discovered that the sooner I can find my way to compassion, and people really irritate me, especially the drivers in LA. I found myself it was when I was leaving home to go, because I went home and I did a thing in Walnut Creek, and then I went up to Humboldt, and I can't remember, I think it was when I was first leaving home, and it was like not a good omen, because I pulled out, and I have a pretty smart car, and it flashes if I'm too close to whoever and it had long stop flashing, and I changed over, and this person behind me, scared the pie-waddin' out of me and everyone around us, because it was like, I wasn't anywhere near this car. They could not possibly have needed to hit their brakes. And of course, I just went on a rant. And I finally got, okay, and I started to bless this person, and then she passed me and flipped me off. And I'm like, okay, I need to stay in this good space, and I need to send this person prayer, because obviously it didn't have anything to do with me. I didn't cut her off. And we had at least 4 or 5 minutes for her to cool off about it. Maybe she didn't like the color of my car. It was a red Volkswagen. It's embedded in my brain. Anyway, so I've discovered that the sooner I get to that, the better, because compassion is very powerful. And when we treat ourselves, anybody have a little trouble treating ourselves with compassion? I have a Karieism, I make up words. And my Karieism is no self-defecating remarks. You heard me right, thou shalt not poop upon thyself. Thou shalt treat thyself and talk to thyself kindly and lovingly. Because the essence of sending a ripple inwards is as important as sending a ripple outwards. Because when we're centered in that compassion, when we're loving ourselves, we have a so much greater capacity to love others. So the art of being wise is to respond to everything with kindness and love. That's an art. So probably one of the most powerful things to recognize is one simple act of understanding, non-judgment to ourselves and anyone else has a ripple effect. Just as I sing in my song, it can change lives. I mean, have you ever walked into a room and there was just this light being in the room, and you weren't seeing auras necessarily or light, but you just felt a lift when you walk. Places like this, when people come in, that's the goal, to feel a lift of your spirit. So I want to be one of those people that people want to be around because I'm happy and I'm centered. And one thing that I think we often forget is how powerful one little simple, buying the person in line behind you's coffee while you're waiting to get yours. I have heard people talk about those kind of experiences, just somebody smiling or complimenting somebody in line at a supermarket. We cannot possibly know how that shifted someone's energy. We can only want for them and have a knowing that it could. But you just look at how in one day, how many lives do we possibly touch? We go to the supermarket, we go to the secondhand store, we take a walk, and we interact with people. Are we smiling at them? Are we sending them blessings? These are such simple acts, but they create energetic fields. They create these ripples that I'm preaching about up here. So a friend recently shared with me, my friend Nancy, something that a Native American woman taught her that she found really powerful. And it resonated with me in the word respect. Respect. Revisit, re-look. Think about that just for a second. So sometimes not moving instantly to judgment and stepping back from a situation and looking at it again. Stepping back from an emotional trigger and looking at it again. These are really powerful practices, and they are so simple. So one compassionate word, action, thought can reduce another person's suffering and bring them back into a space of hope or joy, or even just center. One thought can do the same because it's all energy. And what we're thinking is usually what comes out. And I have to really watch that. For one, I have a potty mouth from being in the music business for 50 years. My husband does not curse. He always cringes when something flies forth. So one thought, our thoughts are as important as our actions, and they're completely interconnected. So we each have a part to play in moving the world in a more loving and positive direction. For me, my purpose, my life's work has always been music, from as far back as I can remember. And it has been a weird trajectory. Music speaks to a different part of the brain. That's why I love to be able to do the message and the music. Oh, and I really love it when a minister that I'm supporting musically will share with me 2 sentences about what they're going to talk about so that I can pick songs that lyrically support or energetically support what's happening, because we don't receive information the same way through spoken word that we do through music. And even just instrumental music's a whole different thing. So I'm lucky. Music speaks to a different part of our brains. And I'm lucky. I knew when I was 2, I still remember, in fact, there's a picture of me playing this little piano that had colored keys and then it had little bells. And you put the blue key in the blue wheel. And I'm like in my bliss in this picture. My mouth is open. I'm sure I'm singing, and my little fingers are on the keys. So anyway, one story from my sordid past of playing clubs is I was hired to play Casino Arizona. And it was not built yet. And it was in one of those big, thick, rubberized tents. And so there was no stage. And I came in after a guy named Richard Torrance, who wrote the hit song Rio de Janeiro Blue. And you remember that song? So, and he was loading out when I was loading in, and he looked up and he said, points at the restroom sign, the lit up restroom sign, and he said, when you've had a top 1 song, you really don't want this as your billing. And I thought, well, what the heck, if he can do it, I can do it. So I set up under the restroom sign, and I played for a month. And it was like the closest slot machine was where your chair is. And the din in the room was unbelievable. The smoke in the room was unbelievable. This was many years ago, probably close to 20 years ago. And I remember thinking, what am I doing here? And it was a month booking, and I remember calling my husband about 2 weeks into it and saying, why don't they just pipe in music? Why am I here? And he said, you only have 2 more weeks, hang in there. So to my amazement, when I announced that it was my last night, it got quiet. People started looking at me. People came up. My tip jar overflowed. People bought CDs. People thanked me. People said they kept moving to machines closer, even though they had their favorite machine. I was like dumbfounded. Who knew? Who knew that anyone in that room was even the slightest bit engaged? So this was really an eye-opener for me. And I called Alan. My husband is a very wise man, and he said, they apparently needed your music and message more than I was aware of. And what a service I had done by suffering through that environment for a month and just showing up and playing. And recently I looked through some of the music that I was playing back in this time. And I recognized that I was picking pretty deep music, like Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton, and what was that word? Bette Midler did it. Wind Beneath My Wings, and songs like From a Distance. And I went, whoa, I wasn't picking the schlock top 40. I was picking meaningful songs, and I was doing about 40% my music. So who knew? Who knew? So I've been living my life on purpose, even when I didn't realize I was. So would you like to use and have an experience of using one of my meditation chants to do a little work? You guys up for that? Okay. It's the other reason why I wanted to stay over here. So I want to invite you to, and hopefully this will be hard for you, but I'm betting it probably won't be, to think of some, because this is our lives, see if you can come up with a situation, home, work, friendship, something that happened to you, standing in line at a store, that was really uncomfortable, that triggered you, and I want you to kind of sit in how yucky that made you feel, and I'm sorry to have you do that. And I'm going to sing, and I'm going to sing a little part of this, and I'm going to have you sit with it, and just sit with that feeling. And then I'm going to have you sing a part of this with me. I'm going to have you put the energy of this song around whatever that ugly situation was, and see if you can feel a change in yourself and in the situation. So just sit with it and kind of breathe into it. Don't let it really upset you, but just kind of see where you're at with it. Energy on that situation. Love is all around me. Love is all I know. Love is deep inside me. Love prevails, I know. Love prevails. Love prevails. Love. And just picture love and light around whoever your person that's annoying you or has hurt you. Surround them with light and peace, joy, comfort, compassion. And then sing this with me. Love prevails. Love prevails. Let's do that again. Love prevails. Love prevails. Love. Just sit with it. Peace is all around me. Peace prevails, I know. Peace is deep inside me. Peace prevails, I know. Sing it with me, peace. Peace, peace, peace prevails. Peace, peace, peace prevails. Peace, peace, peace. Okay, I want you to think about the world. And I want you to put love around any area of conflict. It can be Ukraine, it can be Gaza, it can be anywhere. I want you to send love and light and peace. And maybe put your hand on your heart, and we're going to sing Love Prevails. Love prevails. Love prevails. take a deep breath together and blow it out. Wow, did you feel the energy in this room shift? Wow, you guys are a powerful bunch. Wow, seriously. This is a new chant that I just recently wrote for a friend of mine, Dee, who was very active at the Center for Spiritual Living in Simi Valley, and she would always say, love prevails. And at her memorial service, they passed out little hand-painted rocks that said, love prevails. And I had that sitting in my studio, and it was just such a beautiful reminder, and I went, I need to honor how she walked through life. So Thich Nhat Hanh teaches us that if we have the energy of compassion and loving kindness in us, the people around us will be influenced by our way of being and thinking. I'm going to read that one more time. If we have the energy of compassion and loving kindness in us, the people around us will be influenced by our way of being and living. So let's remember the power of simply showing up as open-hearted, open-minded, kind, compassionate people. And when we get stuck, maybe remember a moment where somebody's kindness changed you, shifted things for you, helped you get to a better place in a bad situation. And then work on being that presence when we're in the midst of upset and chaos and confusion. It takes work, but it's truly worth it, because we all have the capacity to be that person, every single one of us, because we are just extensions of something so much greater, something so much wiser, something so much grounded, full of compassion and love and understanding. So let's affirm this. Let's say this together with me. Ripples of compassion and love start with me. Let's do it 3 times. Ripples of compassion and love start with me. Ripples of compassion and love start with me. And louder. Ripples of compassion and love start with me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being willing to experiment with me on some of my new themes.
We love that. We love that. And so I would like to offer a closing prayer. So if you would just take a moment, if you feel comfortable closing your eyes, do so. What a morning. I know that the power and the presence and the love of God is right now in the house. It always is, but we know it. We feel it. Our cells are literally reorganized in this moment. There is a feeling here in this space, and I know that feeling exists out there in the homes of the people who are live streaming as well, that there is a shift happening right now, and it is a ripple of love. And so I know and declare that for each one of us, we are energized with that. And we take that with us for the rest of this day, into our week, into the month, into the year. We bless everyone in our lives with that energy of love, and we bless ourselves with it. And I am just so grateful for this beautiful, beautiful being, Karie Hillery, who shares her love and her light with us. I'm so grateful for her beautiful music. I'm so grateful for how we all feel right now. And so I know there's not another thing I need to say, but just release this prayer into that beautiful divine law, knowing it is done. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you. This is probably one of my very favorite songs. Another 12-hour day, working as a seamstress in Montgomery. She climbed aboard a bus. There was nobody sitting there when she took that seat. She said, I'm not getting up. An ordinary every act of courage that sparked a revolution. She wasn't trying to be a problem, just part of the solution. She was one drop of water in an ocean of hope, one voice of reason that finally spoke. If we're ever gonna get along, if peace is our desire, we're never gonna get there, fighting fire with fire. She was one drop of water, one drop of water. He called himself a common man, not a hero, not a saint. He knew that war just leads to war. He fought for freedom in nonviolent ways, a cause worth dying for, 'cause he believed that we can change the world with quiet dignity. And hundreds grew to thousands as he marched down to the sea. He was one drop of water in an ocean of hope, one voice of reason that finally spoke. If we're ever gonna get along, if peace is our desire, we're never gonna get there, fighting fire with fire. He was one drop of water, one drop of water. Well, I am just a simple child of the universe. I know that freedom is not free. I love my country and I respect our Mother Earth, I do. But with my heart I see that there are times that we must stand alone, even in our fear. Times to stand for our beliefs when what is right is clear. I want to be one drop of water in an ocean of hope, one voice of reason that finally spoke. If we're ever gonna get along, if peace is our desire, we're never gonna get there, fighting fire with fire. I wanna be one drop of water. We can wage a war with words or weapons, pray for peace or make it happen. We all can be one drop of water in an ocean of hope, one voice of reason that finally spoke. If we're ever gonna get along, if peace is our desire, we're never gonna get there, fighting fire with fire. We all can be one drop of water. Let us be one drop of water. Please let me be one drop of water.
Karie, Hillery, thank you so much. We love you. We're so blessed to have you here. My goodness, my goodness. All right, so will the ushers please come forward? Now is our time for conscious giving. And so if you are on the love stream, you can go to paypal.me/Awakening Ways, and you can make a donation that way. You can send money in the mail, and then you can even go to the QR code on your program if you want to make a donation. There's lots of ways to do that, and we thank you for all of your giving. So if you would take whatever gift you brought with you, and if it's in the mail, you can put your hand over your heart and repeat after me. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world. And returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
All right, this is one of my new prosperity songs. This is, uh-oh. Oh, come on, that's not the right, the band, they drank on the break. Gotta watch these guys. So your part is all that I need lives in me, all that I need is in me. You'll get it. All that I need lives in me. I open up and I breathe. This I have come to believe. All that I need lives in me. This will be your part. All that I need is in me. Yeah. I am a beam from the sun. There's nothing I can't overcome. Not one thing. Tearing away from the sea. All that I need lives in me. All that I need is in me. All that I need is in me. Yeah. Living my life in the flow. You can get up if you want to. Abundance now overflows. I'm breaking all the rules. Sharing it all I receive. 'Cause all that I need lives in me. All that I need is in me. All that I need is in me. Oh, yes. I'm whole, yes, I am complete. Finding the answers I seek. There's wisdom in every seed. Let's affirm this. All that I need lives. All that I need lives in me. All that I need is in me. All that I need is in me. One more time. All that I need is in me. Nice, thank you. All right, you can sit down, I guess.
Well, let's just close our eyes one more time. And I think all that's left to be said is thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this morning. And as we leave, we know that each one of us is that one drop in the ocean, swimming in it, swimming in spirit, swimming in compassion. And it just washes over everything, everyone. Thank you. And we just let that be so. And so it is.
All right, I'd like to ask our announcements angel to come on up. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, here
there
she
she
is.
is.
Oh, here she is. I have a lot of hats that I'm wearing today. I made the sandwiches too, just so you know. Like, Okay, so this Tuesday at our Center on El Camino Real is the Spiritual Living and Prayer Connection Circle. And it is facilitated by myself and BJ DiGirolamo over here. This week we are back to our normal regular time, which is 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And this is an awesome group. Everyone is welcome. You can bring your friends. It's not a closed group at all. We start off by discussing an article from the Science of Mind magazine. It's a group discussion. And then we share our prayer requests with one another for the entire month, and we each pray for one another until our next meeting. It's lovely, so I invite you to join us on Tuesday. Next Sunday, September 28th, we are fortunate to hear Reverend Delon Richenberg. This will be his first talk as a minister, and we are so excited. We're also going to be welcoming Sonia for our Spiritual Sprouts program for children. Oh, wait a minute. Is that right? It's Nancy with her wonderful musical instruments. It's so much fun, so much fun. And then also next Sunday after the service is the Divine Sparkles Wisdom Circle. Practitioner Gina DiGirolamo and myself will facilitate that little gathering while Reverend Elizabeth continues the Bali pilgrimage. So this is an awesome opportunity to gather after the service and just discuss what we've been talking about this month, which is love. Don't we love that, right? Let's see. Okay, this is important. Reverend Elizabeth is starting a new class on October 15th. It's called Beyond Limits. And it goes from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. It goes for 8 weeks. It's a dynamic and innovative course designed to introduce new students and individuals unfamiliar with the science of mind to the foundational principles. It's a brand new curriculum of the famous Foundations class that many of us have taken. So this is a great time to take it again, polish up on the fundamentals of Ernest Holmes. Now, I'm going to assist in this class, and I want you guys in the class because what happens when we're together is that we just deepen our relationship, and I just would love there to be so many people, we don't have enough chairs. So please sign up for the class, and also don't let money get in the way of this, okay? There's all kinds of ways we can do this, payment plans. Please, if you want to take this class, you need to take this class. You can see me afterwards. There's a sign-up sheet over there. All kinds of stuff at the information table. Plus, Karie has a beautiful table over here with her CDs, information, connections, links, all kinds of great stuff over there. Also want to point out, if you notice there's a thread running through these talks, right? Do you notice that? So there's bubbles left over from my talk last week, and I encourage you to take some bubbles and put them in your car and blow them out the window when you're in traffic. Karie, I think for sure.
Oh, God.
You want bubbles. You want bubbles.
I may
Yes.
take two.
Take two. Take two. Yes, please take some bubbles. And please join me in giving a big shout out to all of our volunteers and staff who make this possible. Thank you. Okay, let's circle up for our benediction and call and response. Is that right? Okay, good. Hopefully I got that right. A small little. Okay, let's. Our little group here, we're a little amoeba. We got to get everybody in. Come on, we can do it. Come on. We're going to stretch, stretch, stretch. Okay. All right. Won't you know with me that you are never alone? That God is where you are right now and always. And all that we ever need to do is turn within. It is here we will find we are guided, sustained, directed, and inspired by a source that knows only good. Joyously, let us make use of these gifts in all that we think, in all that we say, and in all that we do. Please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is in my finances. Life is in my relationships. I think it. I feel it. I believe it. I express it. I accept it. Just the way that it is. And just the way that it is not. Thank you, life.
I let the love wash over me. 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 Some